Hello everyone, welcome to Live Well Today. My name is Malaika Bagudu, and today, as usual, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to bring you another way. As I told you that I'm doing this devotion about Pastor Miles Monroe. You guys know my favorite mentor when it comes to spirituality and business and everything. So today, actually, I'm going to share with you a devotion that I'm planning my home to. Actually, I'm right here in Houston, Texas. So excited, for the training. I'm here. If you follow me along, so I'm here in the state, from all the way from Italy to the state for a couple of days for training. Okay, so as I'm reading this devotion, I said, man, this is so good. This is so good, and I don't want to leave you guys out. So actually, I kind of came out a little bit with the title is "Who is your source?" And so I'm gonna read and also commenting and kind of share a little bit and what the Lord was sharing with me as I was reading this. So this devotion is coming from the book Understand Your Potential. That's by Pastor Miles Monroe, and it's talking about the chapter 9. So actually right here it's talking about how Jesus said, I am the true vine. When you hear that I am the true vine, that kind of give it to my head. That means there's other vine that are not genuine. So Jesus said, I am the true vine. So there's a fourth vine somewhere. Okay, what is the vine actually? As I'm doing a little bit of my research, I found out that vine actually is very critical for grape. Where do you have grape plants? You see those little leaves, they don't have any life. But the life is inside that vine. Okay, all right. So let's just dive into it. And first of all, you guys know that I like to do this. If this is your first time, I really appreciate you stop by. Please click that subscribe button so we can get all this goodness, around the globe. And if you already been here and subscribe and enjoy my video, I say thank you so much for being here again. Check us out. Okay. So he going and say this way, as a plant cannot fulfill its potential without being in relationship with the soil. So you cannot, talking about you and I, fulfill your true potential without being related to God. So anyhow, when you guys know that I said that that's part of a big thing, part of my my wellness journal, joining and also being well today. Because for me, I think in order for us to be well today, like the channel said, we have to connect to our source. This is very critical. If you don't know your creator, if you don't know where you are come from, you are not able to find where you are growing. All this thing, where you come from, where you are going, like your potential, like what you're going to fulfill, like is all connected to the source. All right. So though Jesus said in the book of John, I am the true vine, John 15:1. Jesus called himself the true vine because there are a lot of other vine around to get hooked up into. And you want to know? Those type of vine that you and I sometimes we get hooked up and we think we got all together. For example, your education. Some of us, because we're so educated, we got so much of degree, we think is all. And we don't need nothing, and we don't need the God of the help of God. I can do all. I get a good pay, I'm traveling, I'm going to places, I'm well known. Philosophy. And I think this is the one subject that, like I would tell my kids, I said, be careful when you hit you go to school and you are learning philosophy. I think philosophy is very, because that's the start of, ideas, right? Ideas are just what reshape who you are. Okay, that's what we get your, how you call it, the essence, everything, from, it's very powerful. Idea is very powerful. I can think about something and I can become whoever I'm thinking, whatever, whoever, so it depends who you are hooked up to. And as for us as being Christ lovers, we are hooked up to God, right? You and I, that's what we want to be. So science, for example, that's another one. You guys know science. If science can just tell the truth, I think a lot of people, I said all the time that the whole world will be, we have a relationship with Christ. If science can tell the truth, okay? So even religions, okay? And that's why I'm not, some people ask me, what is your religion? I don't have any religion. Because Jesus never brought religion. He brought kingdom. I am in his government, okay? So it's not about be part of any religion. It's a having a relationship with Christ. All of these religions and group, and that's just a mean. But just what Christ he already covered everything. He brought the kingdom. That's what you and I need to be part of. So the word vine, he literally means source of life, okay? Like the grape for his branches, okay? It is our source of life. Jesus is our source of life. Just you see those grapes, they have the source. They're coming from the vine. And they can do nothing without the vine. So Jesus is saying that, look, I am the source of life. If you depend on education, all you're going to have is what education can offer. Okay, what about the end of the day, if your degree is now? I see some people like that, they have back in the day, they have that degree, and now that degree is now in nothing. Now, what are you going to do then? Okay? In intelligence stimulation, if you are intellectual stimulation, like you are so smart and you think just everything is based on your intellectual level, no matter how many degrees you get, you are living below your potential. Because this is why. Because you are feeding on a false vine. You will never know your true information capacity if you are stuck on education. You and I need to come connect. Just you have to ask yourself, who is my source? Am I connected to God? What is the source of my life? I mean, where I'm come from, where I'm going. Okay, those are personal questions that we all need to answer. And if you don't know, that means you still searching. You didn't find it yet. You are not connected yet. So, we don't want to live below our potential. You will never know your true information capacity if you are stuck on education. There are people who have been out of school for 50 years who don't know anymore now that they knew before. Because probably whatever they learn is already gone. You know, life changing. We are like innovations every day. Okay? So what are you going to do then? When they were in school, they learned that, but now it's not applicable. So Jesus said, I am the true vine. By this statement, he implied that there are vine or sources that are not genuine. The potential of branches and the vine need the attention of the gardener. And Jesus is the gardener. He prunes sometimes. He have come there and cut some stuff. Sometimes we've been put ourselves to a lot of things that are not good for us, even relationship. And God had to come there and prune us. And pruning hurts. If you don't want this, another video I do, pruning hurts. Why? Because we don't like to change as a human being. But normally, change is good for us. Okay? Jesus said, I am the true vine. By this statement, he implied that there are vine or source that are not genuine. The potential of branches and the vine need the attention of the gardener. The gardener work in the vineyard trying to bring as much, just what? As much as life as possible out of that vine. And that's what Jesus, he's always striving to bring the best out of us. And when we do produce good fruits, he's going to get the glory. All right, that's why you and I need to get to work. Often he pruned the vine because he knows there is more life down on the roots. You and I have so much potential. And now, I'm telling you this, I'm pause this and tell you, don't ever underestimate yourself. The Creator who knows you, he got so much in you. Only thing he wants you to do just to believe. There's so much inside that he want to bring out. So he began to clip some of the branches, cutting off the old leaf that stopped the vine from producing its full potential. The gardener started to clean up the vine, and sometimes maybe a trial. Sometimes we have to allow disease to knock us down the hospital so we can think about him. Are there some old leaf in your life that you have been hanging out on for 5, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? Do you need to quit a habit or two so your life more truly reflects the potential of the one who made you? Those are personal questions that you need to answer. Are you wasting time planning, setting up, committing, and feeding? Sometimes some of us, we're so busy, we're doing all of that without God. And at the end of the day, it just falls out from our hand. And you hear people say, oh man, it's always something. I tried this, I tried that, it's not working. Because, you know why? Look at me. Because you are not connected to the source, truly connected to the source. You can't do nothing without God. Just like that, branches, the grape can't do nothing without the vine. The day the grape decided that, I'm just going to pull myself out, just what? All the potential has gone already. All together. So if you're there right now, you are planting things, you are setting up, committing, and feeding, guilty about sin, how many hours in a day are you losing to disobey God? Or being rebellion? Because rebellion is what? Rebellion is when we say no to God's way. That is rebellion. And when you read the Hebrew, it means sins. When we say no to Christ's order and command, we are rebellious. Let God help us. How many hours in a day are you going to losing to disobeying God? Put on your life through discipline and obedience to God, who desire your potential to be maximized. That's what you and I, that's our goal. Remember, all God's command, law are given to maximize your performance, my performance, and free us our potential. Like, we need God's command because, how can you, even when I'm thinking about every society have a rule and law. Sometimes we think when we have Christ, that's it. We just lose, we just do whatever, the freedom. Okay, everything is permissible, but not all are beneficial. So you and I need to it's good to have boundary, if we can be in a healthy boundary, we will grow, we will flourish, and we will produce good fruit. And our Father will get the glory. Today, if you didn't hear nothing from me, one thing I do want you to think, one thing I want you to ponder is that you are not measuring up to the source from which you came. If you and I are not, we are trying and struggling and going through life and things are not either way, it's finance, it's health, whatever that is, we need to check it out. Are we measure up to the source from which we came? Because the source from which we came is so bigger. It's Jingatas. God have full potential. He is the Almighty God. And He got everything that you and I need. I'm telling you, I know I don't want to make these videos very long, but I promise you, right now in my life, I'm living a kingdom life. I mean, even like being here in this training, like a couple months ago, I didn't know that I would be here. But God work it out. I promise you, God work it out. For every step the way of my training, I am a living testimony to tell you that God can. Whatever idea you got in your mind, I mean, thinking about, oh my God, I promise you, write it down. That's why He told me, He said, Angel, write down what you're going to do for this year. And I did it. Actually, I have one of my, what I'm going to do in 50 years is all written down. And every day I just believe in God for it. It's not about my education. It's not about, how much I know. It's not about how much pretty I am. It's not about, but it's about the grace of God that is inside of you and I. So I just want to tell you today, I'm stopped by to tell you today that God is able to bring everything that is in you out for His glory. I thank you. If this is your first time again, please share this video if you like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Because what you're doing is, when you share my video, that give opportunity to others people to watch it. You don't know what anybody is going through. Okay? I love you, and I'll see you next video. Ciao for now.